Back to the trial now of disbarred South Carolina attorney Alec Murdaugh, accused of killing his wife and son. Murdaugh says he didn't do it. Prosecutors say he stole money from legal clients and he killed his wife and son to distract from those crimes. Now those alleged financial crimes are front and center. So far, all of this compelling testimony that is underway, though, is happening without the jury being present. Joining us this morning, April Preyar, criminal defense attorney here in Chicago. Thank you. I was just telling you in the commercial break, I went home yesterday and went for my run, and I still was listening to this trial because I didn't want to miss anything. I'm waiting to hear if the judge admits any of this financial testimony in for the jury. What do you think he does at this point?
You have to be so careful when you're introducing other crimes evidence. So I think some of it will come in, but not all. So all of the witnesses we've heard from, the CFO, the gentleman who's on the stand now, the gentleman from the bank, I think we'll hear snippets of what they testified to outside of the presence of the jury, but not all of it, because you run the risk of having what they call a mini trial about did he embezzle this money? Did he steal this money from clients? And you have the jury focused on that and thinking, well, if we spend time figuring that out, then we're detracting from the time we should actually be spending on whether he committed these murders or not. So the judge has to be very careful and keep whatever comes in very narrow.
So they're trying to determine his state of mind the day the murders happened, right? His world was coming crumbling down financially. He admitted to some of this fraud. On the stand right there, you saw that young gentleman. He is the son of Gloria Satterfield. She was the housekeeper who died. Alec Murdaugh has admitted he stole the insurance money that was meant to go to the son. I'm curious if the judge allows this testimony to be heard by the jury. It's happening. So are they taping it and the jury will watch it? Will they re-question these witnesses? How does that work?
It'll start all again. So these witnesses will be called to the stand a second time. And as we were discussing, you said that the defense wasn't cross-examining. They may very well be saving their cross-examination, saving their best questions to do it in front of the full audience, the actual jury, instead of doing it simply when the judge is hearing the testimony. So again, I think it'll be a much narrower version of what we've just seen, but these witnesses will be called again.
Right. And I think the question that many will ask, the jury will have to ask themselves this, is if this information is admitted into court and you see all of these past financial crimes and you hear that he was confronted the morning of the murders of his wife and son, the question then becomes, can the jury make the leap that he had all of these other things going on, all of these other crimes that are being levied against him, but can I really say that he kills his wife and son to get rid of this mess that is happening? Like, that doesn't solve his problem, right? These things don't go away if you do this, right? I'm just trying to think like a juror.
Yeah, the most powerful part of that information is the fact that he was confronted the same morning. And so the fact that he was confronted the same morning, does that, like you said, then lead to me killing my own child? I don't know that jurors are going to be able to rationalize that. His dad also got rushed to the hospital that day. He had a lot of emotional triggers, but does that drive him to then take the life of his wife and of his youngest son? I don't know that jurors can make that leap either, but we shall see.
Yeah. People snap. We've seen it in other cases. So where this jury lands on it, I am very anxious to hear where the judge lands, and will the jury hear any of this testimony? April, always good to see you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.